Hello and welcome back to the channel Anindita Ji, where we learn, speak, and succeed. Hope all of you are doing well today. So, my question is, are you really listening? Well, let me put it in this way. You are listening to English every day, but are you really improving? Maybe you watch movies, you listen to podcasts, or you hear people speaking English around you, but somehow your fluency isn't improving. Why? Because there is a big difference between just hearing and truly listening. So in today's video, I will tell you about the different types of listeners, how they affect your learning, and most importantly, how you can become a better listener to improve your English fast. So firstly, there are the passive listeners. So these are people who hear sounds but don't really pay attention. They might have an English podcast playing in the background while scrolling through their phone or doing chores, but they're not actively focusing on the words. So, if you are a passive listener, you're not training your brain to understand English in real conversations. So, instead of just playing something in the background, you may sit down, focus, and actively listen. That will be helpful here. Then we have the selective listeners. These people only pay attention to parts they find interesting. Maybe they will skip different difficult words or ignore fast speakers. So, what is the problem here is that one may enjoy English movies, but quite necessarily they may miss out on the important conversations because you are not challenging yourself to listen carefully. So, what is the fix here? Fix is that you can push yourself. Try to understand every sentence, not just the easy ones. Use subtitles at first and then remove them gradually. Then we have the active listeners. So let's talk about the active listeners. So these are the ones who fully engage with what they hear. They focus, repeat new words, and take notes. For example, I will say imagine you are watching an English interview. Then you might be pausing after few sentences, after the key sentences, and you write down those new phrases. So that is active listening because you have found something interesting while you were listening and then you thought of noting it down or maybe exploring the meanings and the applications. That is how active listeners work. Also, you may try the shadowing technique. Listen to a native speaker and repeat their words immediately after them. This will boost your pronunciation and fluency. Then we have the reflective listeners. So these learners or the listeners don't just listen, they think about what they hear. So, for example, after listening to a TED talk, they will summarize the key points in their own words. This will improve both comprehension and speaking skills. Also, after listening to anything in English, ask yourself, what did I learn? What was the takeaway of this audio, video, whatever you were listening to? How would I explain this to a friend? This builds confidence in using new words and ideas. Then we also have the empathetic listeners. So these people don't just hear words but also notice the emotions, the tones, and the expressions. Think about how someone says, I'm fine. If they sound sad, they might not really be fine. Understanding the tone is crucial in conversations. So practice by listening to different accents, tones, and emotions in English videos, movies, and real conversations will help someone to become an empathetic listener also. So, which type of listener are you? Passive, selective, or active? The goal is to move towards being an active and reflective listener. So, if you have found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe and turn on the bell icon so that you do not miss my next video on mastering English. Tell me in the comments section which listening skill do you need to improve. So, keep listening, keep learning, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, stay well. Bye bye.